What's up? Time to level up Israel Gaming back with the final Tempest Legacy Saga video. Yeah! Before we start, my real gamers, I like to send a few thank yous out to Papa Brad's Gaming, TM Klasky, Goofy Foot, Retro 530, Glenn's Retro Show GRS, and finally, GIJoelGaming for all the modifications that you'll see in this video. Stay tuned for more Israel Gaming content. And always remember to keep it real and keep playing. And I'll see you in the next video. Ja! Almost there. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful with all these mods. It's time to get up. It's time to rise for the last modification that this Tempest will see. And what is that, my real gamers? None other than the Inline Riser by GIJoelGaming. Check this out. All right, my real gamers, this is it. Birthday present from my good friend Joel from GIJoelGaming. Pretty awesome dude. Go ahead, check out his website. He has tons of amazing products like his Inline Riser. He has stuff for your new or old legacy cabinets, deluxe cabinets. He also has a new modification for the Ridge Racer and Outrun cabs. And my real gamers, he also has countercade stands and an XL riser releasing soon. Also a new riser for the Evercade Alphas, which I'm going to look into soon. But anyways, my real gamers, we're going to go ahead and unwrap this Inline Riser for this Tempest Legacy cabinet. This is the original riser on there, as you can see, my real gamers. Though it looks very beautiful, it's time to go and make this cabinet flush and turn it into a deluxe like it should have been in the first place. That's what I'm saying, my real gamers. I see you in a bit when we start the installation on this Inline Riser. Smack a like, leave a comment, and follow the channel at Israel Gaming on all social media platforms. Welcome back, my real gamers, and before we unbox GIJoelGaming's Inline Riser for this beautiful Tempest Legacy cabinet, we're going to go ahead and measure it, a before look, and then after we're done putting the Inline Riser on, we're going to take an after picture, an after look. Anyways, my real gamers, let's get to it. Go ahead and measure this real quick. Get this nice and flush. And we're going to measure right up to the tip of that. All right. That's the height of the cabinet.
58 inches.
58 inches. Thank you, babe. Go ahead and back up a little quick for me. All right. That's the height of the cabinet with the stock riser. Now, my real gamers, we're going to go ahead and head to the dining room, and we're going to do the unboxing for the Inline Riser. We're going to show you the context of the box, how much the Inline Risers cost, and if you want custom artwork packages, let GIJoel know, and he'll do the price matching and the price differences on the art packages with his Inline Risers. It may cost a little bit more, my real gamers. He has a new item that he also released in the shop, or is releasing in his shop. He's going to have new controller decks for all of your cabinets. He does custom jobs and custom controller CPO panels. So also stay tuned for that, because that will be releasing soon. Alright, my real gamers, it's time to build this Inline Riser. I'll see you in a few minutes. Yeah! Alright, my real gamers, we're here in the dining room and we're about to open up this package from GIJoelGaming. We're going to go ahead and switch camera views, and I'm going to put the headgear on, and then you're going to get a first person view just like I would if I was looking at the riser. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. All right, my real gamers, look at that beautiful seal. GIJoelGaming cabinets, hardware. You know, I had to block out the address. You know what I mean, my real gamers? Yeah. Now, let's go ahead and unbox this, shall we? Now, be careful when you unbox these, my real gamers, because depending on what you order, whether they're inline risers or CPO controller decks, or countercade stands, riser boosters. You need to be careful not to damage your item. All right. Got that nice and flush. This is kind of tight over here, so let's go ahead and be very careful not to mess up your items. And it seems like he packaged this very well. There's a lot of foam padding with his packaging. That's amazing, G.I. Joel. And let's continue this unboxing. All right, let's set the wrapping over there on the table. Oh, look at this amazing keychain. Oh man, that's definitely gonna go on my lanyard. I already have the Retro 530 keychain that's on my lanyard. This is gonna be a welcome addition to that. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue, my real gamers. Let's go ahead and set that aside, as I will put that on my keychain later. All right, here's all the hardware that comes in the package. You have your nuts and bolts. It looks like screws. These look like they go into the riser themselves, into the wood, and you screw them in manually, as I do not want to damage the riser. All right, here's all the hardware you're gonna need. Let's go ahead and set that aside. All right, let's go ahead and open this. This thing comes in 4 pieces. All right, let's go ahead and check out the front. Ooh, a little dusty there, my friend. We'll give her a wipe down later. All right, we're gonna go ahead and set that to the side. Nice and neat. Be careful with everything, my real gamers. And he layers everything. So amazing. All right. There's 4 pieces and all. The top piece was by its lonesome, but the other 3 pieces were snug together and tightly packaged. So it took a little bit of wedging out to get to them. But here's one side of the riser, my real gamers. Let me go ahead and give you guys a look-see. Let's show you how flush it's gonna be. That's amazing craftsmanship, brother. I'm gonna have to squeegee the artwork out, as it's looking kind of bubbly, but that's okay. Squeegees that I can use. Let's get to it, my real gamers. Here's that piece. That's one side of the riser. Yeah, everything's all nice and like in there. All right, look at that beautiful gaming logo right there. I love it, bro. Love the sticker. GIJoelGaming cabinets. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. All right, B1, B2. All right, last piece before we start initially building this. All right, here's the other side. Everything's nice and flush. Needs to be squeegeed out, and artwork needs to be correct. But in all, my real gamers, amazing craftsmanship. You can get these for about $100. And if you want artwork on them, he'll hook you up. Just let him know what you need. May cost a little bit more. But anyways, let's go ahead and grab the hardware and all the tools. And let's start building this thing, my real gamers. Yeah! Smack a like, leave a comment, and follow the channel at GIJoelGaming on all social media platforms. Let's get this built together so we can put it on that beautiful Tempest Legacy cabinet and turn it into the deluxe it always meant to be. Yeah! We're gonna build the riser. Look at that beautiful logo. Let me go ahead and shout out GIJoelGaming cabinets. Pretty amazing. We have our hardware, all our nuts and bolts and screws. both sides. That's the centerpiece right there. Here's the front panel. That's going to be the replacement of this front panel. This whole riser is coming off, and we're going to put on G.I. Joel new inline riser for this beautiful Tempest legacy cabinet. Amazing stuff. All right, let's get to it, my real gamers. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah. He doesn't put an instruction manual in the packaging. As he does it, he engraves it inside of on the back side of the risers. It's pretty cool how he does it. So as long as you follow, all the lettering to the T, you get it to the T, you should be fine. All right, let's get it. These pliers are going to be for the bottom feet right there. You see how they have, he puts, his own feet on the bottom of the riser itself. We need to take the original ones off the actual arcade unit. Make sure that the arrows fall in with the arrows. Pretty self-explanatory. Grab your flathead screwdriver or your Phillips and make sure it's turned right there on all of them. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll get back to it when it's done, when we start connecting each side and all the pieces together. All right, 1 second. Yeah, like and subscribe. GIJoelGaming. Hey, what is that? You guys hear that? I must be bugging out. Let's continue. You guys hear that?
Nerd Lounge Master 84 says, yes, I can call.
Nerdmaster? Do you guys hear what's going on? What is going on? I'm trying to build this inline riser from GIJoelGaming. And I'm hearing...
Joel, the sweet Heidi.
What? What's going on? Ah! GIJoelGaming. Check out his website right now. Ah!
G.I. Joel said,
huh? What? Do you hear that? Am I bugging out?
G.I. Joel.
What? Jarvis! Do I hear Jarvis talking to me? I'm going to try to continue this build and hurry up and get this done because I'm hearing people and I'm hearing things, my real gamers, and I don't know what to do, but I know what you should do. Check out GIJoelGaming cabinets on his website where he has inline risers, he has CPO new controller decks, he has Ridge Racer and Outrun, stand up to sit down modifications, he has artwork packages. You name it, my real gamers. Go ahead and check out GIJoelGaming and let them know that GIJoelGaming sent you. Ja! All right. Oh, I don't hear anything no more. It's gotten real quiet.
84 said,
I spoke too soon. There's Jarvis. Let's get back to work, my real gamers. Malfunction. 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 Let's go ahead and put the 4 locks in there. And remember, you want to place the arrows where the nudge is, the engraving he puts there for you. So just follow that and you should be fine, okay? Because later on you're going to be locking them and twisting them closed. All right. The next step after that is going to be, see, we got that all the way together. So all the mechanisms are ready for locks. These are the locks. Ooh, well, it's not locked yet. So let's go ahead and put this out the way. Let's go ahead and grab the side of the riser. This just would be, for me, would be the right side and this is the left side. And it's marked for you. Let's go ahead and take a look. It says A2, A2, B2, B2. This is the side panel right there. Same thing with this one. A1, A1, front, B1, B1. All right, let's go ahead and turn that back around and get these screws in there. You want to take your Phillips screwdriver right here and go ahead and start with your hand first. Get it started. Try to be careful, especially if you have side art or side, you know, the color of your riser. I'm gonna have to squeegee that side, both sides in the front later. But for now, you know, my carpet ain't gonna do that bad. I could always give it a wipe down later. So you go ahead and screw it nice and down tight. Not too tight because you don't want it to go through, but just enough. Once it starts to give, there you go. You leave it alone. Just enough to be on there. Now this is pretty repetitive, but very simple. These risers he has are very simple and self-explanatory. Like I said, he engraves every step for you on the pieces themselves. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get this all the way done and get this part where we got, you know, one of the center pieces, the middle bracket over there, onto one side, and then we'll continue recording. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah. Now I know y'all hear that. Where is that coming from, dude? Wow, it's like I'm hearing stuff, bro. I mean, it's not bad stuff. You know, G.I. Joe's amazing, man. You guys need to check out his website. He has amazing stuff on there, man. And he's only just getting started. That man's an evil genius when it comes down to custom home arcade products and builds. Just wait and see, my real gamers. He has tons more in store for us. Stay tuned. All right, this is where we could start connecting pieces together because we have all the screws. All right, drivers. We're going to carefully connect the sides together, all right? You want to be very easy with this because you can break it, all right? We got it down. Now, what we're going to do, let's hold this up real quick. We want to lock the mechanism on this side. So that's when you're going to take your flathead. Nerdmaster. Nerdmaster's here? All right, bud. I may need your help, buddy. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to turn to tighten it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying my best with the camera view. But we got that in there. It's locked in there. Should be good to go. Gonna put the other side on, and you guys are slowly seeing the build as we build it. Yeah. Arcades Anonymous. You need to check them out every Wednesday at 9 p.m. with a great panelist, Stock Jock, GIJoelGaming, Multicade Matt, Gallagher Guy. I mean, there's so many more. I'm sorry if I don't mention any names, but just go watch their channels, man. They're so awesome and amazing. Arcades Anonymous, insane. Go watch it, guys. All right, I forgot one of the steps, so I had to take one of the sides off, which wasn't that hard. It was just loosening two screws and taking it off. Before you put the other side of the riser on, you want to put the front of the kick plate of the riser on with it before you do that. So go ahead and follow the arrows, the engravings with the screws. Pretty simple, man. This is a fun build. Can't wait to get some more of his products to build for you guys and to showcase on the channel. Yeah, G.I. Joe, you're amazing, brother. Thank you for this birthday gift. Amazing. This machine right here, brother, this Tempest has brought me and you very close, my friend. Thank you so much. It's brought me close to a lot of content creators in the arcade and gaming space. Let's not forget what started this whole journey with the Tempest. It was Papa Brad's Gaming, TM Klosky, Arcade Talk as well. You know, and Goofy Foot, the moderator.
Nerd Lounge Master
You know,
84.
it was amazing stuff, man. Thank you guys for sending me on this journey. And we're going to end it off with GIJoelGaming, as we did the Retro 530 lit coin door push to start. We also did the arcade volcano buttons from Retro 530 in our arcade game shop. Amazing stuff. Waterfall controller deck to slanted marquee mods. Thank you, Goofy Foot. Thank you, guys. Thank you, arcade community. You guys rock. Now, like I was saying, back to the riser by GIJoelGaming for the Tempest Legacy. You put this on. Now that that's on, my real gamers, you might want to go ahead and put the other side on now. This part right here, my real gamers, is real delicate. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to try to angle the camera the right way to see under there. You should be able to see. But you got to be real easy on this. So you got to line up on the first side and then make sure it comes down nice to see. When you know you have it, it slides down. All right, let's go ahead and tighten her up. And we're going to go ahead and stand her up. That way you can see what it looks like in the end result. The next few steps is obviously to take the Tempest off the Legacy riser that comes with the unit. We need to get that out the way. And then we need to take the original feet. This came on that machine and take them off using a pair of pliers. Take them off, you know, boom, 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 because these already have them. And then we're going to be done. It's going to be a wrap. This is what it looks like, the end result of the GIJoel inline riser. Now, to me, my real gamers, it looks like he didn't raise this one. And I'm not complaining. This was a gift. Thank you so much for the gift, my friend. I can't wait to put it on. But it looks like it's the same size as the original riser. But it looks amazing. It's going to look real nice and flush when it's on there. All right, let's go ahead and put this on the side so you can see a comparison. All right, let's be very careful. All right. There you go. Let's go ahead side by side it. Sorry for the camera view again, my real gamers. But let's go ahead and compare it. Yeah. It looks good. It looks real good. Maybe it raises it like an inch or two, maybe. But to me, it looks like it's pretty flush. Size for size. I don't know. You guys tell me in the chat. It looks amazing, though. Thank you, Joel. Cool beans, bro. All right, we're going to go ahead and finish the last few steps, which is very self-explanatory. We're going to head and grab the screws that he gives us. He gives us a 2-pack. There's three on each side of the riser. It's not going to mess up your cabinet, my real gamers. There's going to be 3 little entryways on the bottom of the riser that connects to your cabinet on the very bottom. No worries. It does not go in the front of your cabinet. It goes on the inside just for stability. Because if not, you're going to try to play on this cabinet and it's going to wobble. You don't want that. So you're going to go ahead and put the 3. Let me go ahead and zoom in on it. Show you what I'm talking about. See these right here? There's going to be 1, 2, 3. And it's going to hook up to your cabinet. Right on the lip. See where the hole is? Let me see. I'm going to try to zoom in for you. Right there. There's going to be 3 of those. Follow that. There's another one. Here's the last one. Now, it does not affect your cabinet at all. So don't worry about it. It's on the very bottom. And it's for stability reasons. Smart by GIJoel. Amazing. All right, let's go ahead and finish this by putting the cabinet and latching the screws on. All right, the next step, my real gamers, is taking the feet off the original cab. It's getting hot, my real gamers. This is sweaty. So you go ahead, take your pliers, and you go ahead and grab it. Be gentle, you know, and take it off, you know, because you already have some new ones on G.I. Joe's riser. I may keep those for a future project. Between work and taking care of loved ones, you know, I have a lot of things going on. I try my best to get things done, you know. And as far as this content, this is for fun and for documentation of what I do in my life. So you either like it or you don't. It's up to you. Me, it's not going to bother me otherwise because I'm enjoying my life and I work hard for everything I have and enjoy everything I have. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, we got it out. After getting it off, we go ahead and, you know, move the other riser out the way. Skedaddle time. And then we move this riser in center. And then we put the cabinet on the riser, and then we'll start screwing it in with the screws he gives us on the bottom of the cabinet itself. I see you in a minute, my real gamers. Yeah, we're back, and this is the end result. That's the original stock Arcade 1-Up riser. Like I said, it's a beautiful riser for being a stock riser. It's done very well. Touche, Arcade 1-Up. But let's go ahead and check out GIJoels Inline riser. Craftsmanship on its inline riser. Look at how flush that is. Look at that. Amazing stuff. Look at that. And I believe it is the same size as the stock Arcade 1-Up riser. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get to the back. Because in the back, he doesn't put a back piece on the back of that, which it doesn't really matter because this is usually up against the wall and you don't see the back end of this anyway. So, and it's easier to maintain and do all the maintenance to this cabinet. Let's go ahead and look at the seams. Very seamless, man. He did a very good job. Like I said, don't mind the bumps in the you know, the side arc, as I'm putting new graphics on there anyways. And, you know, for it being shipped and packed the way he did, he does very well packaging for all his items. This came to me, not broken. So you got to be happy with that. With all the tariffs and all the things going on, don't be surprised if any of these products go up in price. That's just the way it is, my real gamers. Does it suck? It sure does. But we have a very niche and fattish hobby where it comes and it goes. And, you know, right now we're in a low with everybody on the hush and a lot of companies putting their products on halt, if not shipping at all to the U.S. All right, my real gamers, and that concludes the G.I. Joel Inline Riser installation and unboxing video. I hope you enjoyed this. I want to send a shout out and thank you to G.I. Joel for sending this inline riser as a special gift for my 41st birthday. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah! Speaking on G.I. Joel, be sure to check out all his amazing products, from inline risers to new CPO custom controller decks that you can reach out and ask him for to customize for you. Anything you want, he got you, my real gamers. May cost a little bit extra for all the artwork packages. He also sells artwork patterns and artwork packages for the inline risers. About 30-40 bucks. But anyways, my real gamers, this past Wednesday on Arcades Anonymous, G.I. Joel announced to the whole arcade community that he is going to be now making 3/4 scale deluxe size cabinets and he's gonna start with making a Nintendo style Popeye or Donkey Kong cab, and he's gonna call it the Joel Tendo. It's gonna look amazing, my real gamers. He's gonna start selling custom shells to your liking. Now, you're gonna have to order your own artwork packages from people like GIJoels or DB Graphics or Escape Pod. And who other better than to get your controller, buttons, joysticks, trackballs than Glenn's Retro Show, GRS. You can reach out to Glenn and get buttons, joysticks, and the works. And people like Retro 530, Laramie, to get coin doors. Matter of fact, you can get coin doors from Lyle, Shelby Rats as well. Anyways, my real gamers, I've been talking enough, and we're gonna end this video. Stay tuned for more Israel Gaming content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember to keep it real and keep playing. GIJoels the man. Check him out. Kids round the block, they all know his name. G.I. Joe with his games and his favorite.